We were just waiting.
Coach, the goal to stay undefeated at home continues. You guys got it done. What were your thoughts on your team's performance?
Well, it was a struggle. I mean, a little bit. I did like the way we started. You know, we come out. Peyton did a great job with the fake punt. It was really an option to whether to rugby punt it or to run it, and he felt, you know, obviously we secured the edge and made a great play, and we were able to come off that with a touchdown, and like the way we started. And then, you know, I can't say enough about our kids, and they just continue to, even in tough situations, and I truly believe that it prepares you for games down the road when you get into those type, whether you're playing from behind or you're in a situation where you got to hang on and you're trying to do everything you can. When the momentum had shifted in the course of the game, can't say enough about our players and how they responded.
You mentioned that fake punt by Peyton. I remember I was walking through going to the other side because you guys were in punting formation, and Maverick comes right by me, and everyone's saying, Peyton's punting, and he said, already? So that kind of gave me an indication that this had been something that was planned. Was that the plan at some point in time, we're going to have Peyton?
Yeah, you know, probably 2 weeks ago, Peyton and I sat down. We had a great conversation just about ways to get him involved, and he's such an asset in so many different ways, from leadership to, and he's a good football player. I mean, as you see, I mean, gone from quarterback to going over and playing safety, and you know, so we've started doing some things over the course of the last, you know, couple of weeks in practice to try to get him more involved in what we're doing, and obviously that was a result of it.
If you could just talk about, from your experience, the importance of a bye week for a team.
I don't think it could come at a better time for us. I mean, we're pretty beat up. You know, you go the entire fall camp, and then you go 7 straight weeks, and it's just, you know, football's a tough sport, and you did this. Injuries and getting banged up is just part of it. Everyone's in the same boat. Our bye week, not only to get physically recovered, but also to be able to, you know, kind of get away from it for a minute. You know, we try to give our kids a mental break, you know. It's a grind. It's a grind being a college student athlete. You know, the number of hours they put in preparation for to play, and then study hall and exams and classroom obligations. I mean, it's a little bit of a grind. So we're just trying to give them a mental break a little bit and get recovered and get ready for this final stretch.
Hi. I forgot my question a little bit for a second. Tell me about that the offensive production. It kind of took a bit to get going.
Yeah, they were loading the box on us, and I mean, they're playing an 8-man box a lot, dropping down, very aggressive. I mean, hats off to Southern Utah. I mean, they had a great game plan and really forced our hand. I mean, after coming off of 2 weeks of rushing the football very effectively, the one thing they said, you're not going to be able to hang your hat on a 200-yard game, and that was a great plan on their part. They got after us pretty good with a 8-man box. You know, we had some success early out on the perimeter with the toss sweep and a stretch play out of a restricted formation, and hindsight being 2020, probably could have come back with that a little bit more than what we did, but able to take advantage. They were very opportunistic. You know, after we had the interception, after we had the fake punt, we were able to get the ball in the end zone. And you know, I knew when we didn't get when we went for it on 4th down on all the way down on the 1-yard line, I knew. I hate to say this, anytime you leave the game in jeopardy, it was 21-10, 11-point lead, 2-score game. Those are always the ones that make me the most nervous, because people have a tendency to relax, and I just knew when we didn't get the ball in the end zone there that this game was going to the wire, because we just didn't take advantage of that opportunity. Could have made it a 3-score game. That would have put us up, I believe, by 18 at that particular time, and I knew, get ready, here we go, it's going to come to the end.
Seems like I've finally found a triple threat, because we've got Maverick going into the mix again and taking the initiative. So it's Maverick, Kobe Clark, and Jeremiah Dobbins. What do you think about that triple threat?
Yeah, they've been Jeremiah and Kobe both have been very consistent, here over the last month of the season. I see growth in Maverick as well, and he's starting to get into a comfort level with those guys. And we just kind of, someone said it after the game, and I think in the post press conference after the game, was just talking about how we kind of pieced that game together. There were some plays made on defense. We had 3 fourth down stops, forced a missed field goal, and that was really the difference in the game. If there's any field goals or there's any scoring opportunities for Southern Utah in those drives right there, that game's left in the balance.
Yeah, you just talked about it with all those fourth down stops, especially in like the first half. So, what are your thoughts on your defense being able to hold down, lock down, and create those stops in order to help save the game for you guys?
I'm very proud of them. I mean, again, it just shows you that. It shows you what's inside of our young men. I mean, they really do. They play the game with a resiliency, and no matter what the situation, you're backed up against the wall, and it's 4th down and 1, 4th down and 2, and to come up with 3 4th, we really treat those when they're down there in the red zone like that. We treat those as turnovers. I mean, you not only gave the ball back to our offense, but you also took points off the board. So those were critical in the course of the game, and we try to teach our young men that every play has to have a life of its own, and you never know what play is going to come back to have an impact on that game. So they played those fourth downs with a sense of urgency and made great plays.
Yeah, and then you guys get the win on homecoming in front of 10,000. You talked to people over 10,000. You talked about last week how you wanted to make the alumni proud. So how do you feel you guys did that in this last game?
Well, we say it every day. We say it every week. Winning is hard. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, everyone's well coached, and they're out there. They're trying to compete and play to win, and it's not easy. So anytime you can win, you have to celebrate that, and you have to be proud of that fact that did we play as good as we wanted to play? No, but again, you have to give your opponent credit. I mean, they played well. Didn't surprise us. We knew they're well coached. So to be able to win on homecoming and the alumni and the excitement around our alumni and our fan base is continuing to grow, and we're just trying to get people excited about ACU football again. So I can't say enough good things about our players and how they responded throughout the course of the first 7 games of the year. And now we just got to get recalibrated here over the open week and get ready for the final stretch.
How about the end of the game there when you are on offense? You have a decision, we can maybe run it, take some time off the clock, punt it back to them with maybe some seconds left or whatever, or we can go after this first down, go get it, and close out the game. Can you take me through that?
Yeah, I just believe in being aggressive. I mean, in today's football game, I don't like being passive. I think offensively or defensively, I like, hey, we're going to put our foot in the carburetor and try to play to win every game. And certain situations, you just have to make a decision. They're loading the box, so I have no problem with, and it's a confidence in our defense that, we've been here time and time again throughout the course of this year, and they're going to respond. And guess what? If we don't get the first down, then we got to get a stop to win the game. And that's where, I believe this. I mean, the 4th and goal and that play that you're talking about, 3rd and 5, and we throw it and make a great catch. It's having confidence and trust in your players, okay, to make plays. It's a player's game. And I believe in giving our kids a chance to win. So therefore, that's why we made that decision. I mean, I said, hey, we want to be aggressive. Whatever our best 3rd down and 5 play is, right here's the time to call it. And whatever we have the most confidence in executing, now's the time. And you know what? If not, we're going to put it on the player's shoulder to go win this football game. And we did. And fortunately, we converted. And that was anytime that you can finish a game by taking a knee, that's obviously a positive.
And then I guess finally is the bye week. Just maybe how much of that is practice versus rest and kind of healing up and
Yeah,
adjusting?
we look at our roster, and a lot of our developmental guys, we'll give them an opportunity to practice a little bit more, get out there and spot the ball, let them play some, really go back to fundamentals. And then with the older guys, it's just about getting their bodies and everything right. You know, we'll pull some of those guys. We'll go big fundamental in special team and offensively and defensively. Just kind of go back to, as I said last week, the John Wooden approach, you know, teach them how to put their socks on again. Just go right back to square one and go, okay, we're getting a little bit loose here fundamentally. And that's been our approach, and it's always worked out pretty good for us. But it's really about getting mentally fresh, physically, you know, get your body feeling a little bit better than what it is after 7 straight weeks, and get ready for this final push.